Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. As promised, today we are opening the second half of this box of Panini Cooperstown 2013. We opened the first half last week and had a great time with it and got some really cool cards, some great inserts and parallels, loads of Hall of Famers, and this very cool die-cut box topper was what we opened last week. It is numbered as well. We found some great stuff and had a really good time with this product, so we're opening the second half today. Very unusual product to see opened on the YouTubes, and you guys seem to really appreciate that, so I am delighted to be doing this again this week with the second half. So here's what we've got. It's 12 packs, and one of these packs, I do not know which one, but one of these is going to contain an on-card autograph of a Hall of Famer, so that is going to be very exciting. I do not have any idea which pack it is. They didn't do, we opened a lot of other Panini products from their Golden Age line over the last couple of months, and you could always kind of tell which packs might have the relic. They had spacers in there to throw you off and whatnot, but there's no way to do that with autographs, so just kind of stack them up and see where we get, see how we do. Let's get into our first pack today. Thank you so much for coming out to the channel. I hope you're having a good week so far. In every pack, we get a Colgan's Disc card. We get Robbie Alomar out of this one. And it's really a cool thing. The Colgan's Discs originally came out in the 30s and had, obviously a lot of players from that era, a lot of Hall of Famers on them then. And these have more modern players on them. It's a really neat thing that they did. And I've never really seen a product incorporate something like that into every pack. That's something that really makes this product quite special, in my opinion. Lou Boudreau, pardon me, Lou Boudreau there, and Cap Anson going way back to one of the early pioneers of baseball with Cap Anson. We get a parallel here, green parallel, very sparkly one of Yogi Berra. Very nice to see those. I like the parallels a lot. We got Jim Bottomley there, very good hitter, and Phil Niekro, Hall of Famers, all of them. Go to our next pack here. Again, we'll get a Colgan's Disc card in every pack, and there's usually one other sort of special card, an insert or a parallel or something like that. George Kell there, pictured with Detroit. George Kell also played with several other teams, including the Orioles, as I recall. Speaking of Orioles, there's Jim Palmer. Nice card from IPC. Like to pull that. It's pretty awesome. Did not have that one. We got a backwards card here. Perhaps this is the autograph. I believe it is. Phil Niekro is our Hall of Famer autograph. Nice on-card autograph from Phil Niekro. I don't know if he is still with us. I'm not sure if Phil Niekro is deceased or not. It is numbered, as you can see at the bottom there, to 350. So a numbered autograph card, not too bad. I will put that one in a special spot over there. Ducky Medwick, Joe Medwick, our parallel foil here. Is that one numbered? Some of these are. That one is 499. The green ones are not, but I think all the other colors are. Joe Morgan, one of the greatest second basemen to ever play, and Bobby Doerr from the Red Sox. Go to our next pack and see how we're doing. Just because we pulled the autograph, there are lots of other cool stuff in here, including numbered stuff and inserts and all kinds of things. Eddie Rausch is our Colgan's Disc card there. He's a guy who I wonder if he was not in the original set. Actually, I'll have to look that up. Rogers Hornsby, speaking of great second basemen, wow, that's pretty cool. We get Joe Morgan and Rogers Hornsby in consecutive packs, two of the all-time greatest at that position. Here is a museum card from Cooperstown. It's Tony Gwynn's Spikes. That is pretty neat. We got one of those in the first half of the box, and we've gotten one of them here. I'll put that in its own little stack there. Tony Gwynn right next to it. That is neat. They have to have done that on purpose. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Ty Cobb, of course, we know who that is, and Warren Spahn, one of the great pitchers. So this is such a great product in terms of just getting all Hall of Famers out of here. So many absolutely great names, so many players that I know many of us collect or have collected over the years. There's Harry Hooper, also from the Red Sox on the Colgan's Disc. Pee Wee Reese and Zach Wheat going way back there as well. Zach Wheat, a great pitcher Zach Wheat was not a pitcher. He was, I think, an outfielder, if I'm remembering right. I know he played for Brooklyn. I know he played in New York. Early Win, here's an induction card of a Hall of Famer there. Another insert for us. Tony Lazzari, great second baseman as well for the Yankees during the Babe Ruth years, Lou Gehrig years. He is in the Hall of Fame. Brooks Robinson, there we go. That was a player IPC and a card I did not have, so that is definitely a Wolf Lair card. I haven't been pulling out cards that I want to keep. I got to start doing that with this rip. And there have been several, but I haven't been pulling them out yet. What do we have here? We got Mickey Cochran starting things off, one of the great catchers of the era. Mickey, not really his first name. Walter Johnson, the big train. There he is, one of the greatest pitchers of all time. He's absolutely in my top 2 or 3 great pitchers of all time, Walter Johnson. Vin Scully, that is a cool card. Not every day you see a Vin Scully card. Great announcer Vin Scully. That is sweet. Wow. That is cool. I don't know if I have any Vin Scully cards, actually. Everything I open, I don't think I ever pulled one of those. There's Carl Hubble kissing the baseball on the red parallel on the regular one right behind him. This is numbered to 399, as maybe you can see there. So nice parallel out of that pack. There's the regular version of that card, and Dave Winfield greets us there. Looks like he's with the Blue Jays there. Usually you see his cards with the Yankees or the Padres, so that's an interesting choice that Panini made for this set, put it in there with the Blue Jays. Stay tuned to the end of this episode because I'm going to give you a preview of what I'm going to open next week on Anything Can Happen, and I would almost guarantee it's something you've never seen open before. You're going to want to stay tuned and see what that's going to be. We got Bob Lemon, good pitcher there for Cleveland, and Hack Wilson. Can't remember the last time I've seen a Hack Wilson card. That's pretty sweet. Here we've got another insert. It's Cooperstown numbers game with Ty Cobb, best career batting average of 366. That is a record I don't think will ever be broken. That's one that's very hard for me to imagine anyone breaking that. Frank Chance, great infielder, first baseman there on the parallel. Stan Musial and Honus Wagner looking very skeptical. That is a really great picture of Honus Wagner that I've never seen before. That is a great card. I love that. All right, next pack as we continue on through this second half of the Cooperstown box, pulling some very nice inserts, and of course our autographed card of the great Phil Niekro, Hall of Famer from more recent years. There's Don Sutton with ears only a mother could love. Very young Don Sutton there. Played in the league for a long time, mostly with the Dodgers. Mike Schmidt, one of the great third basemen of all time. And George Kell greets us again. We saw him on the Colgan's discard earlier. Here's another induction one of Ernie Banks. Send that one to my friend Average Joe. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, Average Joe and I did a pack battle with archives and had a lot of fun with that. Duke Snyder and Eddie Roush finish that pack off for us. Some great classic players in here from the early days of baseball, as well as some more modern Hall of Famers. It's a great mix. There's Bob Feller, one of the friendliest guys to ever play, and a guy who just loved signing stuff for the fans. There's Home Run Baker, who, as I've said before, actually didn't hit that many home runs. It's just he hit them sort of clutch home runs during the dead ball era, and that's what granted him his name. We got Buck Leonard Spikes in the Cooperstown Museum, and that, of course, is one of the great Negro League players of all time, Buck Leonard. Very cool. I like those cards a lot. We get another parallel card here. Yeah, quite an interesting portrait of Johnny Evers. That is, I don't know about that picture. He looks very shady there. See if this one is numbered. It is to 299. Johnny Evers on the gold parallel there. Richie Ashburn and George Sisler, great hitter. George Sisler there, finishing off that pack. Another player you just do not see pulled out of packs very often, so that is a lot of fun for me to see some of these Hall of Famers that just don't show up very often. Mickey Cochran again, that time on the Colgan's discard. Johnny Bench, great Reds catcher, of course, and there's Archie Vaughn, great shortstop, and another induction one, this one for Catfish Hunter. There he is, longtime Yankee and Oakland A's, Kansas City A's player. Frank Robinson there with the Reds, and Buck Leonard. Well, we just got the Buck Leonard sort of Cooperstown relic type of card, and there he is on his regular card. That's a nice one for me. I'll certainly end up wolf-laring that one. Like collecting the Negro League players. Hard to find cards for some of those players, that is for sure. So always nice to open sets like this. We got Colgan's discard of Honus Wagner. I think that's the same picture of him before. Honus Wagner, very memorable face. Reggie Jackson, that is one I really wanted out of this set. I don't have this card, and I have collected Reggie's, one of the first players I ever started collecting when I started collecting cards in the 70s, and he was one of my favorite players. So very excited to get that one. Luke Appling, good infielder there for, I believe, the White Sox, if I'm remembering right. Lloyd Wainer gets the parallel that time. Tris Speaker, really amazing player, great outfielder for Cleveland back in the day. And Nellie Fox finishes that off. We come to our penultimate pack. And again, stay tuned to the end of this so you get to see what we are going to open next week on Anything Can Happen Day. As I said, I think it's something you have never seen open before. That's my hope anyway. It's something that I only have one of, and I could not find any online to compare it to. Casey Stengel, the great manager for the Yankees and other teams. Joe Tinker, well, we got Evers and Chance, so it's only natural we would get Tinker. Pretty awesome to see that. Billy Williams, the Cubs, great. And our Christy Mathewson is our parallel card there. That's pretty awesome. Nice blue parallel. Not sure which color parallel I like best. That one's numbered to 499, but I really like the sparkliness of them. I think they did a great job on all of those parallels. Speaking of great second basemen, we got the top three, in my opinion, the top three second basemen in the history of the game. That is pretty sweet to see Napla Joey join Joe Morgan and Rogers Hornsby, who we pulled earlier. That's a nice Napla Joey card, too. I don't think I've seen that picture before. That's definitely a Wolf Lair one for me. You guys know I like him. And Jackie Robinson, that is great to see that with his, he's in his Monarchs jersey there from the Negro Leagues. Jackie Robinson, another one. Keep that for my son, who has been collecting Jackie Robinson cards. Go to our last pack, see what we get out of here. And again, I will show you after this pack what I'm going to open next week on Thursday. Anything Can Happen Day. What is our Colgan's discard? It's Don Sutton again. We get a duplicate of that one. And Goose Goslin, good outfielder there for the Senators back in the day. Orlando Cepeda, of course, the Giants great, played for a couple other teams too, but Orlando Cepeda mostly known for his tenure with the Giants alongside Willie Mays. There's Carlton Fisk, and that one is in color. A lot of these in black and white. Nice to see a color card in there of Carlton Fisk. George Brett squaring for the bunt, which I don't think of him as doing very often given what an amazing hitter he was. And Al Barlick, who was an umpire. Not many umpires and announcers in the 2013 set, which is why I chose to open this one. The 2012 set has a lot of non-players in it. Legitimate members of the Hall of Fame, but a lot of like owners and umpires and announcers and non-players. And so the checklist for this one was just a little more interesting to me, which is why I started with 2013. Maybe one of these days we'll go back and do 2012. We'll see about that. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. Let me know in the comments what you think of this product, and if you had a good time watching me open it. Next week on this channel on Thursday, Anything Can Happen Day, we'll be opening something that I think is going to be quite unique and unusual for you to see. It is this box, which is a very early Fairfield type box that came out, I think it was 2006 or 2005, something like that. 2005 MJ Holdings, which is essentially an early incarnation of Fairfield. In this box, there are 100 random cards from the 80s and 90s and 4 unopened packs from the early 2000s, and they've attached them to the inside of the box so you can actually see what the packs are going to be. And we're going to open all of these packs and see all of these cards next week on the channel, including this sweet 2002 Donruss Studio pack. I haven't opened one of those since 2002. Mark Pryor on the front there. And you guys know I love Studio because there's always interesting stuff to read on the back of that. So we will see that pack. We'll also see this Fleer Tradition pack from 2004. I opened a lot of this back in the day. Haven't opened one since, and I'm very excited to get into that. These are beautiful, vintagey looking cards. It's a big set, as you can see, 500 card set, and I believe it's made up of veterans at that time and contemporary players who were still playing at that time. So I think it's a very nice mix. Also opened this pack of Victory 2003, which was an Upper Deck spin-off type of brand. Beautiful cards. Victory cards are really lovely. And I do not have any packs of that. And I don't get to open these early 2000 packs very often, and I don't see them opened on YouTube ever. A lot of these packs are really tough to get, and you just don't see them available, and you never see anybody open them. So I think it's going to be quite a unique experience to see me get into these 4 packs. The last of those 4 packs is one I bet you've never seen before. It's Classic clippings from 2004. These are sideways oriented cards. I opened a bunch of these when they came out. I thought they were really cool, and I'm excited to get into that. There's a very slim chance of us getting an autograph card, but there are some players who signed for this. So those 4 packs are in this box, plus 100 random cards. That is what we're going to get into on the channel next week on Thursday. As I said, it's something that I doubt you've ever seen open before, and I hope that some of those 4 packs are things that you've never seen open before, because I have not opened those literally in 20 years or so, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I've had that box in my collection for about that long. I think I bought it I guess it came out in 2005, and I bought it at some sort of, it was one of those discount places. In Maryland, we have one called Ollie's, and I think I bought it there when I was back visiting my mom. I was living in California at that point, and I know I didn't buy it there, so I can't quite remember where I got that, but I've just kind of had it bouncing around in my I guess my card closet in one of my boxes in there, and I came across it the other week, and I thought, I bought this because I thought it would be a lot of fun to open, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to open. And this certainly was too. I had a great time with this product. I may get that 2012 version of this and get to that one of these days. Again, let me know what you think. Hope you had a good time watching this and that you're having a great week. Thanks so much for coming out to the channel. Hit the thumbs up for me, please, and I will see you back here tomorrow. As always, happy collecting.